The world can change in an instant. One moment, the sun is shining, life is good, you take another breath. Everything seems perfect, and you feel a sense of calm and contentment. The next, darkness falls, a storm rages, and nothing feels certain anymore. The tranquility is shattered, and chaos takes over, leaving you disoriented and fearful. This is the true story of Sarah, a woman who navigated such a storm, a woman who found her footing amidst the wreckage of her life and emerged, battered but not broken, into the sunlight of hope. She faced unimaginable challenges, yet she persevered, finding strength she never knew she had. It's a story about grief, yes, but even more, it's a story about the enduring strength of the human spirit, the power of love, and the unwavering support of community. In times of despair, Sarah discovered that she was not alone. Her community rallied around her, offering support and love. Life, as they say, is a journey. It's a path filled with unexpected twists and turns, moments of profound joy, and periods of deep sorrow. Each step we take shapes our story, and every experience, whether good or bad, adds to the tapestry of our lives. It's a path filled with unexpected twists and turns, moments of profound joy, and periods of deep sorrow. These moments define us, teaching us resilience and the importance of cherishing the good times. We don't get to choose when the storms will hit or how long they will last. They come unannounced, testing our limits and challenging our resolve. But we do get to choose how we weather them. We can stand firm, holding on to hope and faith, or we can let the storm consume us. We can allow ourselves to be swept away by the winds of despair, or we can dig deep, find our inner strength, and cling to the hope of a brighter tomorrow. It's in these moments of adversity that our true character is revealed. This is the choice Sarah faced. She stood at a crossroads, contemplating her next move, knowing that her decision would shape her future. And in her journey, we find echoes of our own, glimpses of the strength that lies within us all, waiting to be discovered. Sarah's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in our darkest hours, we have the power to rise above and find the light. Sarah and David were the kind of couple who seemed to radiate warmth and happiness. Their laughter was infectious, their love palpable. They had built a life filled with simple pleasures, picnics in the park, movie nights curled up on the sofa, Sunday brunches with their 2 young children, Emily and Ethan. Their home was a haven, filled with the aroma of freshly baked cookies and the comforting sounds of family life. Sarah was the heart of it all, her warmth and generosity drawing people in. David was the anchor, his quiet strength and unwavering love, the foundation upon which their family stood strong. They had their disagreements, of course, like any couple, but their love for each other and their children was the constant, the unwavering thread that bound them together. Life wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. And they were happy, truly, deeply happy. The accident happened on a Tuesday, an ordinary Tuesday that began like any other. The sun rose over the city, casting a golden hue on the streets, and people went about their routines, unaware of the tragedy that would soon unfold.
See you tonight, love.
Don't work too hard. Their words were simple, yet filled with the promise of another day together.
Sarah smiled, her heart overflowing with a love that felt as vast and endless as the sky. She watched David leave, feeling a sense of contentment and security. Hours later, a police officer stood on her doorstep, his face etched with a grief he couldn't conceal. The air around him seemed heavy, as if the weight of the news he carried was too much to bear. The words came in a rush, a jumble of sounds that made no sense. Sarah's mind struggled to process the information, her heart pounding in her chest. Car accident. David. Gone. The words echoed in her mind, each one a dagger to her heart. The world shattered, the pieces of her life falling away like autumn leaves caught in a sudden, violent wind. This couldn't be real. It couldn't be happening. She felt as if she were trapped in a nightmare from which she couldn't wake. Not to them, not to David. Their life together had been so full of joy and promise. How could it all be gone in an instant? Numbly, Sarah called her parents, her voice a broken whisper. She could barely get the words out, her throat tight with grief. She told her children, watching as their innocent faces crumpled in confusion and pain. They couldn't understand why their father wasn't coming home. And then, she allowed herself to fall apart, the weight of her grief crushing her with a force she never imagined possible. Alone in the quiet of her room, she wept for the future that had been stolen from them, for the love that had been so cruelly taken away. The weeks that followed were a blur of condolences, casseroles, and tear-stained faces. Every day seemed to blend into the next, a monotonous cycle of sorrow and sympathy. The house was filled with the scent of flowers and the sound of hushed conversations, but none of it could fill the void left by David's absence. Friends and family rallied around Sarah and her children, their love and support a lifeline in a sea of grief. They brought meals, offered shoulders to cry on, and shared stories of David, trying to keep his memory alive. Yet, despite their best efforts, the weight of loss was a burden Sarah carried alone. But at night, when the house grew quiet and the shadows stretched long, Sarah was alone with her pain. The silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the bustling days. She would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, her mind racing with memories and what-ifs. The empty space beside her in bed, a constant, agonizing reminder of all that she had lost. She would reach out, hoping to feel David's warmth, but was met only with the cold, empty sheets.
How was I supposed to go on without him? The question haunted me every waking moment. His laughter, his touch, his presence, all gone in an instant. How could I be a mother to our children, a pillar of strength, when I felt so utterly broken myself? I looked at their innocent faces, and my heart ached for the future they would have to face without their father.
She yearned for David's touch, his warmth, the comforting rhythm of his breathing. Every corner of the house echoed with memories of him, making it impossible to escape the pain. The pain of his absence was a physical ache, a gaping wound that refused to heal. It was as if a part of her soul had been ripped away, leaving her incomplete. The world kept spinning, but Sarah felt frozen in time, trapped in a nightmare she couldn't escape. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but the sorrow remained, a constant companion in her journey through the echoes in the silence. If the Sarah story touched your heart, and you believe in the power of sharing love and support, please consider subscribing to our channel and share this video with everyone you know. By subscribing, you support more stories like this, stories that remind us of the strength we all have inside. Together, we can spread hope and inspire others to stay strong in the face of adversity. Thank you for watching. Remember, every story shared is a step towards healing. Stay strong and stay connected.